Welcome back to Perfect Timing, everybody. My name is Jordan.
You know, it's your boy,
And it's August.
Jovan, visionary.
And this is it's cool. We have a very special guest today. What's your name?
My name's August Taylor.
Oh damn,
Oh,
I ain't need to know
government
all that
out
shit.
there.
I guess.
I'm sorry.
That's in there now.
My name's August.
Yeah, that's all. Okay.
Go instead her identity.
Yeah, exactly.
Go and search me up, man. I got real stuff to tell y'all. Keep watching.
All they need is your last 4 digits. That's all. But yeah, we'll get that. That's later in the episode. August, how you doing today?
I'm doing lovely. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Just taking the nature for a minute. Are we in DC?
No, we are in Maryland.
That's cool. Vaughn, how's your day been, brother?
My day's been nice and lovely. Yeah. That's all I can say for real. Not much happening. It's going a great day. The merch came in today, so great day.
Woo. Merch alert.
Put a little commercial right there. Wow. But today I would like to talk about I had a real nice conversation yesterday with a crazy little old head, right? And he was talking about he said a lot of words. But one of the big things that stuck out was staying grounded and rooted in yourself. Because as this shit passes you by, as time passes you by, what are you focused on? And Vaughn, we was talking about this in that book we read, The Superior Man Joint, Way to Superior Man.
Yeah.
How your focus on the long term is what's going to get you there.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard it phrased the other day.
It's like focus on the long term, but you still have to live in the moment. It's like you live in the moment planning for the long term.
Exactly. So my question for y'all is, and always I'm going to ask you this, what is the power in staying true to you? Staying rooted and grounded in your own beliefs and your own identity as the world passes you by.
Staying grounded and rooted to me, there's a lot of power in that because you can't be influenced. And that's not to say you're stubborn, but that's saying that regardless of how society's changing, what they will now say, oh, this is right now or this is wrong. You know in your spirit what's right and what's wrong, and you got to stay to that. Don't give in to things just because of everybody else is caving in. So there's power in that.
All right, so
Deep.
real shit. Do you feel like keeping up with the Joneses is important?
I used to. I'm not gonna lie. I was keeping up with Joneses, or attempting to rather.
Mm-hmm.
But now, come on, that doesn't go far. Doesn't go far at all. You're losing money now, and 2, you're keeping up with other people's image, not your own. So you're always gonna feel empty.
Exactly. And that's what the reason I asked that is because you chasing somebody else's image. Like if you chasing
everybody else, you don't pour into yourself.
Exactly.
That's how it go.
Do that work, bro?
It don't.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Have you seen people pour into others, August? More than themselves?
Yes.
Do you do that?
Oh, I do. I'm working on stopping that because in order to give, I have to be full.
Mm-hmm.
What am I giving if I'm not full?
Exactly. You're getting the bottom of the barrel.
Literally,
you don't got enough.
You don't want to give people that.
Bro, you giving niggas air. Running on fumes.
Yeah, and with you running on fumes, you're exhausting yourself even more because now it's like I'm pulling the energy I should put in myself into you. So when it comes down to you, you don't have nothing.
Yeah, everybody grasping that straw. That's how it works.
Do y'all think there should be like an equivalent exchange with that though?
It's supposed to be. Everybody should, I guess, fill each other's cup up. So everybody. It's like, perpetual.
I think that's how you can differentiate associates, friends, and family, because you're not gonna always be a full cup when you're pouring into people. Mm-hmm. You speaking a word that you need to hear and that person need to hear. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. But
when you do stuff like that, that shows that person loves you. They really do love you. So you can hope.
But that person loves you.
That person loves you.
Instantly hit that note.
You can tell the person loves you.
Niggas start singing opera and shit. Second, but I hope the camera picked up. It was a nice little buzz, about this big. You gotta cry, yo. But you could tell by how much someone loves you by how much they pour into you. Is that what you were getting at?
I guess that's one way to quantify it, right?
Or is it levels to it?
It's levels to it. When somebody's pouring into you and they don't have it themselves, That's love, because they could be like, hey man, like screw you, like be on your own thing, like I'm trying to figure it out as well. But the fact that like, no man, like I can look outside of myself and see that you need something, that's love, because you don't have to do that. That's the right thing to do, but you don't have to. And that's how you separate things with people.
What type of people do you keep around you?
I keep around people who do that because they want to, not because they have to. So they love me so much, they said, man, I'm going to do that. And you can feel that.
Yeah, that's love. Yeah.
Those are the types of people that you want around you. Now,
A nurturing environment.
True nurturing. Like, and it's not even like that mothering type nurturing. It's just wanting the best. How I look at it is I want the highest possible outcomes for the people around me the same way I want that for myself. That's what love is to me. If I want to see you win, how I know I want to win and how I'm going to win, motherfucker, I love you. Because I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I get there. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you get there too. If you fuck with me how you say you fuck with me, you understand what I'm saying? But it's power in community and stuff like that. And just finding like minds, and like when you find people that can pour into you, those are the people you're supposed to pour back into. Because you gotta watch how people pour into you too, because a lot of motherfuckers will try to like pick at things just because they know they fuck with you on that. So it's like, oh, I saw that this was your favorite book. I read it. You want to talk about your favorite book? Mind you, she don't even like to read. She's illiterate, but she saw that you like books. So you gotta be careful with stuff like that.
How they trying to get something? They bartering.
Yeah.
Bartering energy for whatever gain.
Whatever they trying to get.
But yeah, bro, community. That's the next thing I want to talk about real quick. Is just like, Vaughn, what's the importance of establishing a good community of people around you?
I say a good
Not
community.
just like your friends.
Community. Period. It helps establish like a common denominator between everybody. Like everybody has this common understanding. Like to a certain point, like you know how they have a black community, like I guess Asians community, Hispanic. Like everybody has a certain understanding. Like it's certain things like people just know because they in part of that community. It's like the underlying things.
August, what are some things that you're building your ideal community, right?
Yes.
Describe what that looks like.
Community to me, big thing is accountability.
That's good.
Ooh. Big thing is accountability.
Like Mariah Carey over this motherfucker.
So if it's nice to have friends, people you love around you, but if they can't hold you accountable, you can't be a part of my community, because it's the blind leading the blind, and that's like the biggest thing. Like you need to be around like-minded people. You are what you ingest, and that includes what you hang around. So if you hang around who knows what, why baby and them kids, how do you think you're going to be perceived? And that doesn't mean they have to be perfect all the time, but come on, you want better, you got to do better. So community to me is accountability, and I feel like with accountability, a lot of that is love. Like accountability is love. We may not always like how it's shown to us, but somebody loves you if they're correcting and they want to see the best for you. So that's how you're looking at that.
It's sometimes the people who, sometimes criticism is just criticism, but sometimes it's actually like, nah, I want the best for you, and this is how this can be better. You know what I'm saying? That's very nice.
Yeah, somebody can tell you the answer to your problems or lead you towards the answer. That's a great.
But at the same time, what August was talking about, like, you do have to seek outside help. Like that's where like the power is powering like mentors and stuff like that, because we only know as much as 22-year-olds know. You feel me?
Exactly.
So it's people who know more than us, and it's people who know a lot less than us. Well, let me not even put it that way.
It's always somebody who knows more.
It's always somebody who knows more.
There's levels to understanding.
Yes, it's very much so a lot of levels to understanding. And taking the meat and spitting out the bones, you never know where wisdom is going to come from. Like, I'm talking like this whole topic came from like an older dude. But you could kind of tell that he was a little lost. You feel me? He didn't like...
And was he lost, or he had a brand new problem to take?
He had a brand new problem. He kept picking a new problem. And Vaughn, I'm going to tell you this. Bruh, we know pick your shit and stick with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you pick your thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you give up on it?
You ain't pick it for real.
That's
like,
a dream deferred.
Yeah. You didn't even try.
If you going to defer on your dream, that's the message in this episode. Don't defer on your fucking dream, cuz.
It sounds like that's not your dream then.
Yeah.
Because
plant the seed.
That's not your dream then. That's being real.
you have to find purpose in the things that you're doing. So, August, I ask this question a lot, but what is the importance of purpose?
Purpose, going back to what we're talking about, purpose roots you. Because whenever you feel lost, you can always go back on what is my purpose? And that can help you find your way back to the path that you're supposed to be on. Because that's always going to be a never ending question. Yes, you might know it, but purpose pulls you through different things to have you do different stuff. So it's not like it's a one type thing. Like, this. Through purpose, you find out different avenues of yourself, different avenues through people. That's the beauty of it. It's not a one-sided thing. It's multidimensional.
Okay. So, what is one way that you would tell somebody who's trying to find their purpose? What would you recommend them to start doing?
I tell them look at the odd things about yourself that people like. You know, you said this as well, but I haven't. This is the first time I've heard it. But essentially, the things that you don't like about yourself, superpowers. So I'm sensitive. I know me being sensitive, that means when I listen to people or talk to them, I always think about how I'm going to talk to them. I meet them where they are. And a lot of people don't do that because they don't have any regard. They're like, that's not my issue. That's not my problem. But I know I will. So I look at myself in aspects like that. Like, what are the weird things that people like about me? And how can I bring that to, not even necessarily going on people's likes, but what are just some weird stuff that I can do, that I can contribute?
What are my quirks?
Yeah. Go on your quirks.
Quirks and features.
Real shit. My hero. That's the whole point of my hero is like, your quirk, that's what they call superpowers in that show. So it's like, it's literally exactly how you said, the special things that make you unique. Those things you can do unlike anybody else in this world. Exactly how August was trying to put that. If you pair with the things that you find out you can do unlike most other people with a little bit of faith, you could try.
That's wonders, man. That's wonders.
And that's where your purpose is going to come from, because you just keep doing on the things. But when we're talking about weird things or things that are unique to you, like one of the things that I know is I'm a very effective communicator. I love talking to people, and I love that my voice, not just my voice, it's the message that carries. I love being able to carry a message and wisdom and just be able to speak and open up with people, because you never know where communication can lead. So that's one of my superpowers. You feel me? One of, because nigga, I'm infinite. So fuck it. But on that term, like, how important is your faith when you're trying to find your purpose, August? Because doubt is real, and it's very easy to say, maybe I should be doing this, but do I really want to do that? You know what I'm saying?
You stick to your faith, you'll find your purpose. Because we're going through so many changes in life. We don't understand what's happening. Nobody really has an understanding what's happening. We're all just kind of going along and doing the best we can with it. That doesn't mean don't try, but it's saying we're all grasping something that's always moving. So you find your faith, that helps you find your purpose. Because, like, back to what I was saying, that helps you root yourself. Because doubt is real. You're always going to be like, hold on, do I know what's right? Does this feel like it's right? Everybody else is doing this and I'm not doing this. What's wrong with me? So your faith comes in seeing what's not to be seen. You having so much of belief that, you know what, regardless of what's happening, it's going to happen. Regardless of how things are changing, how I'm changing, I'm rooted in that.
It's
a test.
It's a test.
It's a test today.
They normally just come and leave. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Hey, look, they'll never be like this.
Oh, it's because I'm here.
Yeah,
it's because I'm here. They already know. I'm not going to let them get me.
Because you said it. You said it.
No, they're not going to get the best of me.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you said it, how the bugs be. He was like, looking out, no bugs. And then,
yeah. You're not going to see me sweat, bug.
You just going to hear a little lullaby, a little serenade.
It's a little serenade, yeah.
A little song every now and then.
It's a call to get back up. But, like, nah, for real, like, when you're rooted in faith, you remember it comes down to your why. You're going to remember, okay, this is why I'm doing this. And faith is fire, bro. You just got to believe in the shit that you're doing. But if you don't believe in yourself, it's over you.
You don't believe in yourself, nobody else going to believe in it.
Literally.
It's a big thing.
Vaughn, what would you tell somebody who's not believing in themselves right now?
I'd just say find something they could believe in. Like, I guess to help them find the belief in themselves. Like, you could believe in one thing, I guess you could build on top of that, I guess. Like the levels to belief.
Is levels to believe? Like what?
Like, I guess discovery's number one. Like, you have to discover it. Like is this something you was into? I guess before that would be like, I guess, the curiosity, right? Or
It
like
comes. It starts with a question. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. Then you have to discover that, and you have to build on top of it. Cause sometimes you could discover things you believe in, but it's like, I'm never like fully into this. Like, it was cool, but it's like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
it
you
didn't.
said it was levels to belief too, but no, go ahead, finish your statement, bro. My bad.
I don't know. You can go. Like, okay, I
You
was
talk about the
kinda
levels.
lost that.
There are levels to belief because your heart has to be in it. Your heart has to be in it. Because if not, this is just a hobby.
Yeah.
This is just, and nothing's wrong with hobbies, but it's like, oh, this is something I've been doing research on. You know, this is something I like doing. But do you like it enough to step off on it? And that's the question you got to ask yourself when you're doing certain things. You can have a talent and a passion for stuff, but do you really believe in yourself enough to be like, this is the thing that will get me out of here? I'm putting my 100% into it.
How my mama gonna eat? Can your mama eat if you went hard? If you went the hardest you could your whole family eat off this? Like, even in whatever position your mother in right now, could you get her a house off that? If you went your hardest, like if you were the boss's boss, like whatever you're doing, just like, cause I think full faith and effort. Could you do it? That's where the purpose comes in, because you can do it in whatever you're doing. You just have to believe you can, but you can also do it in whatever you find passion in. And that's what's really gonna get you caught up. But you was talking about this. This is what I want to talk about too. Half stepping.
We both did that.
You can't, and you pretty much alluded to it, but August, can you just grill their asses real quick?
You can't half step, because guess what? Half stepping is being lukewarm. You're not here, you're not there, but you're in between. How are you making a difference if you're in between and you haven't chose one? Either you're not going to do it, or you're going to do it all the way. And I'm speaking to y'all, and I'm speaking to myself right now with certain things. How are you going to track your progress where you're not even putting in the effort for real? And then our culture normalizes half-stepping so much that we achieve it. We give little accomplishments to it. Oh, you did this, but I could have done this. And once you understand that, you're like, hold on, man, I'm playing myself. I don't want to play myself anymore. I don't want to half-step. Because now I think about half-stepping separates you from the life you're living now to the life that you could be living.
Fuck.
John.
Just let that sit.
John, let it simmer.
Oh, they
They
resonate with
know,
it too.
yeah.
They know.
Hey,
That's the only thing separating.
nature knows,
John.
man. Cause what, bruh? Stop bullshitting yourself. And this was really like, it's the turn up happened a couple months ago for real. But it was like, damn, what is the point of selling yourself short?
Like, you don't get nowhere. From
You know,
that.
you get nowhere.
Like, don't nobody what's that, succeed from that. Like, you're not helping yourself, you're not helping nobody else.
You just gotta really fucking try. Like, that's why, like, I'm kind of like,
Just like them bugs is trying.
I know they trying. Oh,
Heavenly.
At once.
they keep on calling it, bro. Y'all don't get it. We never experienced no
That's
shit
what I'm
like
saying.
this. You know,
Nah,
it's out the way today.
They don't always
With the
leave.
dragonfly
That's what I'm
too.
That's what I'm saying.
saying.
I'm cool off them.
And watch, it's done now. Call your fucking shot. Call your shot,
Speak
man.
into existence.
Speak it into existence.
Hey, you gotta visualize before you can achieve it.
Oh yeah, but don't half step that shit either, because it's faith without works is dead. Bro, you gotta like really put like. I love how reoccurring themes are happening with this show in these episodes, man. Because guess what? That's all the fuck you really gotta do, man. And if you listen to this consistently, you're doing shit as well. So let this be motivation to understand that, bro, we in the same boat. We try and go just as hard as you, but you gotta keep trying. Push your foot on the gas and mash.
Supposed to be speeding.
Speed to your shit, because there is no time like the present. There's no time like the present. You actually just have this moment. Or think of life like that. We were talking about it earlier. You stay focused on that long-term goal. I know where I'm going to be at. But every moment, I'm going to act like I'm already there. Because I am that man. I'm just... Time has to progress. My mind quicker than time sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's... As a young person, bro, instant gratification. Get over that shit. Because your mind is literally quicker than time. You just have to stay down and trust the process, bro. Trust the process, please. Because this shit going to work out if you believe it is. 'Cause you... Shit... Can't half step in your actions or your faith. That's another thing.
Doubt was a big enemy. Kills a lot of things, a lot of dreams.
So get over that shit, yo.